what's up my peeps and peepettes? Are you excited for some more Star Wars The Black Series action figure reviews here on the reviewing station? No? Well, too bad, because that's all we're doing this week. So continuing on with this new wave of Black Series action figures, which is Wave 9, here is number 33 of the list, which is Sabine Wren, which is a Star Wars Rebels character, and that's about the extent of how much I know about this one. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging first and foremost, as partake of every single video review when I can. So here's Star Wars The Black Series right here, Sabine's name right there. Nice image of Sabine used for the profile with the image here on the packaging. Onto the side here, and here we got number 33, Sabine Wren right there. Onto the back of the packaging, and basically it's your standard points of what I always go through. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this little brief summary here about Sabine Wren. Sabine Wren was a Mandalorian warrior, explosives expert, and talented graffiti artist. Qualities that came in handy as one of the first to rebel against the Empire. Okay, and there, I know a little bit more about her now. So, now that we're done with the packaging, let's put that aside and bring in the action figure, which I've got right here. And for the most part, she looks pretty good. Of course, when I first took a look at her, I would have to be honest and say that she's nothing more but a Boba Fett wannabe, because of the helmet. But since she is a Mandalorian, which I assumed is what Boba Fett is as well, I guess it's okay for her to have somewhat of a helmet just like his. We got this little scope piece or whatever this thing is. I mean, it's on Boba Fett's helmet as well, and it's articulated, so, ooh, look at that. Yeah, that's good. Very nice. The whole reason why I have her helmet on right now is because of the horrible paint job that was done with her eyes that I'm about to reveal to you very shortly. But first, let's go through her accessories, which she has a few. So she's got her dual-wielding pistols that she uses in the show, I assume. Not really liking the detail of these. They look pretty flat. I've seen better dual-wielding pistols, but hey, she does have storage for them, so she's got her little holsters here, which they can actually be slid in on both sides. So there's that. It's an option if you don't want her having that. And she also comes with this that you notice right there. This is what I assume is the little graffiti art spray can thingamajig that she uses. So you can put this in her hand if you so choose. And yeah, I mean, it's an option. There you go. There's that. No storage, unfortunately. Nowhere to really put this. So that's why it was just laying here. So let's just put it right there and just let it be. So, okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the moment you've all been coming to here. So, oh boy. Drum roll, please. That's kind of stuck. That's the problem with having these interchangeable helmets. It's very hard to get. Oh my god, it's even worse than I remember. Oh boy. Ah! Ah, God, what is with those eyes? Ah, she's got lizard eyes. Oh, God. Oh, okay, so maybe it's not as bad as I was making it look to be, but no, I mean, I've seen better painted eyes, and I will say that they just, wow, they're just bold. I mean, wow. Whoa. Whoa. What a trip, man. Or I mean, that must be what she's experiencing right now. Boy, she's been sniffing something. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the articulation on this action figure. We got a swivel head, we got a hinge joint to the head and the neck for up and down movement like so, with quite a bit. We do have your universal shoulder joints, so you got enough play there. We got upper elbow rotation. We've got single hinged elbow joints, but they work beyond 90 degrees, which is nice. We got wrist rotation. We've got a hinge joint for in and outward movement here. And on this hand, we've got the opposite of that with the forward up and down motion like so. We got a ball jointed upper torso, which makes up for the fact that she does not have a waist joint. We got ball jointed legs with this much going forward. this much going back with some inward and outward movement, but it is limited because of the sculpting, which is unfortunate. We do have a swivel cut at the thigh joint. We do have double jointed knees, and then the last portion of articulation consists at a hinge joint for up and down movement at the feet, also including the beautiful ankle rocker pivot. So there you have that. Now, for the most part, the paint job on her is really good. I really like this paint job. This is probably one of the better painted action figures to come out of this series. And just for all the better, I mean, just look at all this work. I mean, I'm not sure if this is a complete copy and paste coming from the Rebels cartoon, but I think with the realism that they got going on with these action figures from the said cartoon series, this is some really, really nice work. I love the fact that all that paint splatter probably coming from her graffiti gun or whatever it's called that just makes a mess, gets all over the place. It's getting on her boots, her gloves. So, I mean, there's no disguising that if she were to be caught by the cops or rebel forces, whoever, or like the police in the Star Wars universe. She looks a little bit like some kind of race car driver because, I mean, she's got like the checker flag here and some kind of design that you would probably see on like one of those like punk cars or something. And we got this derpy looking dragon design here. As you can see, its tongue sticking out. It's like, there's that. But not much else to really say about this action figure. She's not bad. She's really one of the better ones, and she is in quite the battle-worn combat style. I mean, as you can see, there's a lot of paint chipping going on here, or, you know, paint chipping. It's not really the action figure chipping. It's actually just the fact that there's a bunch of silver revealing around her breastplate, her shoulder pads. Like, she's been through combat, her armor's getting worn out, and that's the way it is, and I like that. It makes a nice touch to this action figure, and just overall much more appreciate when Hasbro can put more time and attention into the paint design on these figures. But having said that, I will be honest that the head sculpt on this figure is not really the best. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's sculpted nicely, but I know her hair is supposed to have more volume, and thanks to the fact that she does have a helmet where it has to be popped on without removing the head, so it's not, you know, entirely interchangeable. Like, you can't just pop the head off and then put the helmet on. No, it's all one single piece basically, just like so. Makes it pretty tight to get this helmet on this figure. It's almost as bad as Princess Leia in her bounty hunter outfit from the Return of the Jedi portion of the Black Series. So yeah, I mean, when you get it on, it's pretty good, but trying to get it on and off it's really a challenge, and I kind of feel like I'm gonna like ruin some of the paint work on her hair, which is really nice. But I know for certain that her hair doesn't look like this in the show. I'm sure that she's got more volume going on with her hair, if you know what I'm talking about. Going by the picture here, how it's more standing out. It's more raised. And what we got here is just a flat design, like she's been wearing this helmet for hours and she's like sweating underneath. That's what's going on here. And, you know, I get the gimmick, I understand it, but I really wish we had an interchangeable head where we could get more volume out of her hair, which would really make this figure pop. But as it is a really nice figure. I really do appreciate Hasbro's efforts in this figure. So let's go ahead and do some size comparison to wrap this up before I get more tongue twisted in this video. So here is the AT-AT driver. Let's bring in Obi-Wan Kenobi since he's here still. And hopefully I don't get this all mixed up because I got both over here. But I believe this is the real Black Series Princess Leia action figure that I reviewed a little time back. But yeah, as you can see, she fits in nicely in scale between all these figures. And I'm sure the whole entire Black Series as a whole. So let's go ahead and end this now. I will say that, you know, come to expect just a little bit more out of this, but as it stands right now with Hasbro and their really trying effort with this new wave and hopefully beyond this wave, it is some really nice attention grabbers out there, and I totally recommend Sabine Wren. If you're not a Star Wars Rebels fan, it don't really matter since they're making figures of the characters from the cartoon in more of a realization format. It's definitely one of those figures that, you know, if you don't know it's from the Rebels series, then you're not going to know that at all. You really can't tell the difference. There's no heads or tails with it. So questions or comments, you know what to do. Hit it down below in the comment section of this video. If you like today's video review, hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see other video reviews similar to the one you're seeing here today. From the reviewing station, this is your King Red's Power signing off. Saying thank you very much for watching this, and I will see you whenever you see me.